Welcome to Yellow Skunk Farms. Quick disclaimer, this is a 21-year-old and up channel, so if you're not 21 years or older, please leave the channel now. Appreciate it. So I just saw a skink run through here. There he is. There's a skink. I've seen more and more of these guys. I've seen a lot of them actually. I don't know if it's the same. I'm pretty sure it's not the same one. I've seen a gold one. I've seen that blue one right there. So they're in and out of here. They come in and out through the door, crack of the door over there. And if you saw yesterday's video, you'll see that we have added some concrete and raised the creek and pond up. So the creek and pond are close to the same height now. I left this side just a little bit lower than that side. This is just for access. Got some nice flat rock here we can lean on, but all in all, we've got a nice pond here going on. It is, what, 2 feet, 18 inches across, I think, maybe 20 inches. And then it's 5.5 feet long. And it's about 23 inches deep from where the hose goes in. So we'll have about 150 to 200 gallons of water, about the same size as that one over there. This one may be a little bit wider than that one, so we may get a little bit more water, but the creek here is definitely deeper, so we're definitely going to get more water in the creek, but we're going to fill this in. So you got to remember, we're going to create water features inside the creek, so we needed to have enough room. You can see how we kind of widened it out, and now we're going to come out and we're going to widen these outside walls. Get down here, you can see that we did put some rocks up yesterday. We need to put some more concrete in here, but we left some air holes here. We left the air hole there. We're gonna have an air hole there. So there are air holes coming in from the sides. We're gonna bring this up all the way up to about here. We're going to bring it out. So we're going to stack. You can see how we've got some nice flat rocks. We're not going to bring it out in over here. We're going to leave that about where it is, but we're just going to bring it up. And then once we get to about here, we're going to set rocks out here. And we're going to bring them out. And then we're going to stack on top of that. And then boom on that. And we'll get it out here where we have more room to walk. That's going to give us more growing space. We can put soil down on top of here. That soil will then come down into here, so it'll be like a level, you know. Just going to give us more growing area. Where we have space to do that, we'll just bring the rocks out here. We'll stack one here, here, cement it in, and come out here, cement it in. This way the bottom is kind of in, but the top comes out, giving us more growing area. We'll keep this narrow through here for our walking, so that'll all be the same. We'll just be able to plant herbs and stuff along the edge of the pond. In the back here, this back here, we can grow, have soil all the way up to the back here, all the way up. We can plant whatever we want back here. There will be a light hanging back here from the Grand Master, same as the soil over there. This is our bridge where the turtles or whatever can come in and access the pond. We'll build up a little shelf here inside the pond with some logs and rocks. So we'll be placing rocks, bigger rocks in there in the pond. We can build us up a nice little shelf over here where turtles can access if they need be. They'll have complete and full crossover. We'll have soil in there. Soil, we'll plant some rocks up in there. We'll place, you know, maybe a rock there, but there'll be a bridge here. Soil all through there. And then we'll bridge over the creek, and they'll be able, like a log or something laying across there, they'll be able to walk across the log and whoop, 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 but they'll have full access. You can see that they can enter through Marco's Pass there, coming out of the other pond. I doubt the sliders will ever do that. Digger may end up over here. I'm pretty sure he will. He's an explorer. So Digger will have full access to all the land, the creek, everything in here he'll have access to pretty much. He does not have access. No turtle can get over in access to the other garden over here. So over here we have it completely cut off. So the pond, no turtle can get up through there. They can't get up through here. We've cut access off here. We can move this. So we can move this, and we can move this. Look at the shit. Earwigs. You see that crack there? That crack is where we added on. That's not a big deal. But this is where we can step right here. We can step on that, and then step on that, and get full access to that over there if need be. So then I just sit this here, and then set this back over here. Oh yeah. What do you think, guys? What's up, Scoot? Coot? Poot? CCP? No, CSP, excuse me. Coot, Scoot, and Poot. Shells look really good. I'm just sitting here looking at the shell through the camera, just like you are. And I'm noticing that they're getting. You can see a little bit of a color change. These were babies, so they are going to go through the change. We're going to get to see them. Look at the pattern coming. I'm really starting to see the pattern. Get this grass out of the way here. They're hungry, look at them. Did you come up here eating my finger? I see you. They are opportunistic, I guess how you say that? Opportunistic eaters. They eat whenever the hell they want. If they see it, they eat it. If a fish were to die, it's done. As soon as they see it die, or if they catch it, they'll eat it. And they are messy eaters and messy poopers. They poop a lot, which is a good thing. They are known to have salmonella in their poo, but good thing about that is that it's salmonella is easily killed with lactic acid bacteria, which is what we use to clean the pond and clean the creek. We just douse it with a little lactic acid bacteria once a month. Really is all you need. I don't even know if I need that. I'm pretty sure it's in there now and just working. Once it stabilizes and the lab get in there and have the resources to, reproduce, they should stay in there. But as you can see, the plants are just beautiful. It's day 5 of flower, so we are in the stretch. And believe me, they are. I don't know if you can see it, but they are stretching. Some more than others. That one back there in the back is going to be a beast. She's going to be hard to handle. These elephant ears are non-stop. You can see that we have caught everything. Look at the dandelion. You saw yesterday's video. It is. Is it going to open up? Are you going to flower, or are you just going to go straight to the light? That is every bit of 2.5, 3 feet of stalk on that dandelion. I have never seen a dandelion get that. It's up above it came up above the cannabis. It's insane. You notice we've been thinning out a little bit. I'm taking a finger here and there. Like when the new ones come, I'll just take a finger off the new one, allowing that light hole to get down there. Now, in my personal opinion, that's why I think that the cannabis leaves are like this. They're split. If they were whole like this, they would cover, they would cover everything down there. And I think Mother Nature decided she was just going to allow this particular plant to allow it to get more light down to the lowers simply by splitting its leaves. All I'm doing is removing some of those fingers and allowing that light to go through, but still keeping the leaf itself. So I'm maintaining these solar panels while the center where I pluck will just heal right up, scab over, so to speak, and seemingly do no damage. Now I know these plants can take it. You can do that. You can strip this thing down. You risk a herm, depending on the cultivar, depending on the genetics, whether or not you're going to get. If you got strong genetics and the seed was good, then you're probably not going to herm. If you had weak genetics, seed wasn't too good, and you stress it too much, you're probably going to get a herm. So a little a day will keep the herm away, but then again, most of these plants can take that, can take the strip. That's proven fact. People do it all the time. I just don't particularly like to do it because I wouldn't want to feel naked. I'm looking at these plants as they're my own, and I would treat them like I would treat myself. And I don't like feeling naked, and nor I don't think the plant would appreciate feeling naked either. The reason I don't take this finger here is because it's not covering anything. It's really, everything else has got some light. We'll take this one here. We'll take this one here. We'll take this one here. And then the one below it. Pretty much all of them. Sometimes I'll usually take, and I'll work my way around them. Just basically if I see one that is covering up a lot, like this one here, doesn't need this whole leaf. You can see where we have plucked before, and we just plucked that one. That will heal up super fast. We can probably sit here and watch it seal itself up. It doesn't take long, an hour, if that. It reduces the possibility of disease, infection getting into that wound. Of course, we don't have a lot of disease and infection in here, we hope. And that thing smells delicious. It's just a sweet, funky, like when you pluck it, it sends you off that little pepe le pew. Gives you that poof type thing, like ooh. And then when I chop it up, it's very kind of gooey almost. It's tacky, not sticky, but like greasy, like a greasy tacky. I think that's gonna be a really interesting plant. I'm curious. It's got me curious. I don't think I've ever, and of course I have not grown a whole lot of these cannabis plants, but it's got me curious. She's a monster. And look at these elephant ears over here are just going to take over. Dog fennel I've been constantly plucking off. Like everything wants to stretch. This leaf here can go. This is the one I've been looking at from over there. This leaf can go. You see we had taken a finger, but it was time for her to come on out of there. This one too, looks like. Yeah. It's just gonna get out of hand. Going to get out of hand. She's a big one. Taking up the whole area over here. No strings, no nets, no freaking scrogging nets and all that crap. Well, it's not crap. I get it. I have shit tons of them. But not in here. I ain't doing no net in here. The only thing I do is fishing line. So if I need to prop them up, fishing line. But the plants are strong enough to where we don't need to pull them down, or we don't need to struggle. Now I understand the concept. I get it. No need to explain. I just choose not to do it. Believe me, I made my own scrog nets for those 4x4 beds. I made like 4 of them, 5 of them. Work great. I mean, you can spread them out and do as you wish. You can cover that whole bed with buds. That's what I would highly recommend, actually. But in here, not gonna do it. I don't want to see nets all over my ecosystem. See, check that out. About hand size there, but I'll show you the difference. So some of these elephant ears, you can just come in, and if you want to like get a nice little moisture spot underneath there, you can just lay that down, completely cover it. Don't chop it up, lay it here. I would not pile them up. This will take forever to shrink up and go away, and then you can crumble it up and it'll all just, or we can chop it up with grandma's shears. Right now we'll just lay it on top there, allow it to breathe. Pew. Give me a little funk there. Like I said, give it a little pluck every once in a while. She'll give you a little spute. Very, greasy. Wow. Very greasy. Alright, well that's about it for today. I realized I went 20 minutes already. Better turn my fans back on. See, this one down here is just getting crazy. this leaf out of here, down here. This one in here can go. Everything else looks good. Like I said, some of them do better than others. The reason that is probably pure genetic. You know, some of them just do. It's not probably anything to do with the soil or anything like that. I guarantee you that that plant over there, put it over here, it would look exactly the same. I'm almost positive. This is genetic. These have always been the slower plants. That one over there has been kind of slow. This one over here has been kind of slow. Ones in the middle have been booming. One over there has always been the biggest. This one's always been the shorty, stocky one, but wide. So it's, you know, I don't look at the plant as really, I mean, I look at the health of the plant as indicator, but as far as size and width and how big it's going to be, I mean, it's like your kids. You know, you can't choose which one's going to be 6 foot and the other one's going to be 5 foot. It's just genetics. Nothing we did wrong. Nothing you can do. This one here is getting crazy. The more it seems I pluck, the more it produces new leaves. Anyway, I appreciate everybody hanging out. What's today? Wow, there was some water. Wow. Today's Friday. Yeah, today's Friday. So enjoy your Friday. We will hopefully be in here. We might even go live today. I don't know. Don't quote me on that, but we might. We'll see how it goes. So I hope you enjoy your Friday. Peace.